Good morning. Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. There's Dory. Oh, no. Hey, down about that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday to you. It is Friday, the 5th of February. We are steamrolling right into February already. And it's a bit of a grey day in Brighton where I am. I hope it's beautiful where you are. I hope you're feeling amazing on this Friday. Yes, this is all we've got, right? Friday, this is all we've got. So how is your mojo doing this morning? Where are you on the scale of 0 to 10 on how you feel inside, that little inner spark, that magic? How is your magic this morning? How are you feeling physically, mentally, emotionally? Have you done a check-in with yourself? If not, why not? Because it's your responsibility to take care of yourself, right? Good morning. If you're jumping on, please say hi in the comments. Don't know if it's there. Is it there? There. Anyway, good morning, Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but if you click the link above, it says something like blah, blah, blah. Allow StreamYard to share your details so that I can see your face and your name. But anyway, good morning to you, whoever you are. And you're feeling 7, a bit tired today. Yeah, tiredness definitely depletes our energy, doesn't it? And it affects our mood. And if we let that trip on and trip on and trip on, that's not a good place. Makes us more stressed, more anxious, irritable. All of those things come from tiredness. Having sleep is so important to us, and yet sometimes we don't prioritize it. And I always say protect your peace. That's your number one priority. Protect your mental health, but protect your sleep as well, because deprivation of sleep impacts your mental health. So the two go hand in hand. So yeah, try and catch up on that sleep that you've lost. I know sometimes you think, oh, well, you know, that's it. That sleep's gone. I'll just get my normal 8 hours tonight now. But if you lost 2 hours last night, you need to try and find a way to catch them up. So yeah, you need to have like 10 hours tonight. It's just how it works with sleep, I'm afraid. It's just how it works. So how are you doing this morning? Let me know your mojo number if you're jumping on. I can see a bunch of you are here. My mojo, where am I? I think I did a check-in first thing. I woke up early this morning. I was up at 4:55 this morning. 4:55, not even the 5 a.m. club, the 4 zone. The 4 zone. And do you know what? I feel good on it. I feel good because I planned for it. I went to bed early so that I could get up even earlier. Good morning, Valeria. How are you doing, my darling? Oh, it's lovely to see you here, Valeria. Beautiful, beautiful woman, amazing woman, doing amazing things. It's lovely to see you here. Thank you for jumping on my live. They're a bit random, they're a bit crazy, but they're fun. And I'm always here on a Friday. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30, and then a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. I go live over on Clubhouse. You can look for me on Clubhouse at Real Life Coach. That is my username, and I run a room there at 9 a.m. called the Real Life Club. It's everyone coming to share. You can come and be vulnerable. You can come and share something joyful, anything about your life, and we talk and we discuss for about an hour and a half. It's super fun. I'm loving running that room. I'm loving Clubhouse, gotta be honest, but I have restricted my time on it. Because it's a time drain. It's like you go in there for half an hour and 4 hours later you're still there. So yeah, you got to be careful with it, but I am loving it. Ran a room last night with Dame Kelly Holmes. That was super fun. I loved that. And yeah, she's just an amazing human being. And we're running it again next Thursday at 7 p.m. again, I believe. So hopefully you can join for that. But you know, when I come on here, sometimes I share a little quote with you, or I share a comment. I always talk about mojo, mindset, and who you are, and protecting your peace. Those are the things that I'm passionate about. Those are there's a saying that goes that we teach what we need to learn. And that's true. And I've said that before about what I come and share and some of the things I talk about, mindset and mojo and showing up as the real me. You know, if you want to be free, there's a saying, I forget who it's by now. Bob Proctor shares a video, but it's not him that says it. Let me know if you know. But if I want to be free, I've got to be me. And it's about being real. It starts with you, right? Like my sweatshirt says, like my hoodie says, and my brand is all about, it starts with you. Who are you? Getting to know who you are and then showing up as the real you. That's one of the keys to freedom. That's one of the keys to having a more contented life, more fulfilled life. When you know you'll probably know your vision. Your vision could be for your health, for your relationships, for your business, your jobs. That vision is just an all-encompassing word. So if you're not satisfied with life, you're unhappy, you feel stuck, you feel frustrated, it starts with you. Who are you? How are you showing up in this world? Are you being genuine? Are you being real? Is there a gap between who you show the world you are and who you really are? And what's in that gap? Is it guilt? Is it shame? Is it embarrassment? Those are the areas that need to be worked on. And you have to peel back those layers and you have to get vulnerable. And we don't like to get vulnerable, do we? Especially us Brits. We don't want to be vulnerable, right? But we have to do that vulnerability bit. And actually, vulnerability is strength. Vulnerability is strength. Take that from someone who tried not to be vulnerable, to try and show no emotions for a long time and hid my emotions. I tell you what, I'm way stronger for doing it. I'm way stronger for doing it. So don't be scared to be vulnerable. I always say over in the Real Life Club on Clubhouse, dare to share. I promise you, by sharing, yeah, you might have a bit of a vulnerability hangover afterwards, like, oh my God, did I share that? But I promise you there's strength in you doing it. There's strength in you putting yourself out to the world. And by sharing your story and your struggles, actually you're doing a disservice to the world, because you never know whose life you might impact, who you might help. I've certainly found that by some of the things that I've spoken about more openly. And I get messages from people and saying, thank you for that. This is my situation. Somebody did it this morning, actually, from Clubhouse. And he messaged me and he said, your story really resonated with me. That was me. I was in that place. And we're now going to have a chat next week. So I've made a nice new connection. So, yeah, you just never know who you're going to impact. So, yeah, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. And more importantly, don't be afraid to be you. You are unique. Like, you know, everything about you is unique. There is no other you. So just do you. I know just do you is easy to say. It's just an easy phrase, isn't it? Just do you. It is hard. I know. I've been there. But trust me, that's when you start to attract the better things into your life. If your life doesn't feel aligned and you feel like you haven't got the right things around you, it starts with you. There's something within you. That's not the world. That's not them. It's you. So how are you showing up? Are you using your real voice? Are you genuinely being yourself? Do you know yourself? That's a big, big thing. Do you know yourself? Big questions for Friday, right? Big questions for Friday. Good morning, Melanie. How are you doing? Nice to actually see your face as well as hear your voice. Yeah, see, it's pretty much the same picture you see on Clubhouse. I've even got the same hoodie on. I do have other hoodies, by the way. It's not just this one. And I'm always here on a Friday. I come in here for about 10, 15 minutes, not long, before I jump on Clubhouse. The hair is pretty wild today, but I love it. I'm loving it. I'm learning to embrace the fro. And that was something I used to be embarrassed about. You know, when I talk about that gap between who you show the world you are and who you really are, I used to be like embarrassed of the color of my skin and this fuzzy hair that I've got, which everyone always says, oh, I love your hair. And I always say, I hate it. I used to straighten it. I used to do everything not to have this big frizzy hair. But now I've learned to love it and embrace it. And it's actually something that identifies me. People see that about me and they're like, oh, Sam, yeah, the one with the big hair. It's like, yeah, that's me. And I love it, right? It's becoming a bit of a thing. So I'm learning to embrace me as part of my identity. Obviously, you know, I'm half Caribbean. So yeah, it's part of me and I'm learning to love it. But it's been a process of me having to peel back the layers of me and learning to love me for who I am. So yeah, went off on a bit of a tangent there. But I was talking to somebody yesterday about growing and changing. And it was somebody that was stuck. And I talk to a lot of people that are stuck, and then they get frustrated. That's what comes with that, you know, frustration that you can't find the answers, that you can't move forward or break away from whatever it is. And I've been there. And this is why I teach this. You know, I teach this stuff. It's like stuff it's stuff I need to learn for myself, and that's why I share it. But it's a horrible place to be when you feel like that. I mean, it can get to a point of being completely unbearable. And I certainly was in that position. I couldn't sleep. You know, I wasn't eating right, all of those things. Yeah, just in the pit of my stomach. And it was just a horrible, horrible place to be. And I was talking to this person yesterday who's taken some quite, they've kind of transformed a little bit, and they've changed their business and they're stepping forward, but now they feel really stuck and a bit lost again. And we had a really good conversation. And there's a story about the snake. And a snake is a sacred ancient symbol. I didn't know if you knew that, for transformation. And what happens is, in order for a snake to grow, it has to shed its skin, right? It goes through this process of shedding its skin, which is actually quite painful. It's painful for it to do, to grow, to get rid of the old skin, to grow and create this new version of themselves. And it's painful, and not every snake survives, right? Some snakes die through going through this process. But it's necessary for growth, right? It's necessary to grow. The snake's insides are literally like growing outwards. They're growing outside of themselves, and they have to shed this skin. And it's restrictive and it's uncomfortable, you know, and they have to get to this outermost layer. And that's like growing pains, and that's like what we do. And sometimes when we get stuck, it's because we're growing, and we have to push on through to get rid of that outer layer that, yes, has served us well, but actually to get to the next level, we have to get to the new outer layer, and we have to push the outer skin away. And that's uncomfortable because our insides have grown, right? Growth, when we transform ourselves and we grow from the you know, it's coming from the inside. It's our mindset, it's our thinking, it's the inside out. And so we're pushing out and we're getting rid of this outer layer, and it's uncomfortable, right? It's uncomfortable, and that is not the time to stop. That is growing pains, and you lean into that and you push through that. And when you get rid of all of that outer layer, like a snake, I think it rubs and scratches it off. It is uncomfortable, and there's big shifts, shifting of that skin, of that outer layer, and that's what you're doing as well. It's what we do as humans, not literally like a snake, but it's an analogy. And yeah, like I say, not all snakes survive, and it's the same for us. Some of us get to that point and it's uncomfortable, and we'll step backwards and we'll step away from it. It's like, this is too much, this is uncomfortable, I don't want to be in this pain. But if you can push on through and think of it like the snake, you will come out of it stronger. You will come out of it better, with more potential to go to the next level, right? So push on through, because those growing pains won't last. And sometimes we get stuck and we get frustrated, and that's where we're at. And we just need to keep on pushing on through to grow through. It's a growth phase. And it's like a pause sometimes as well when we get stuck. You know, if you think about some things, like, if we're pushing, sometimes we need to just pause. We need to stop. And sometimes when we get stuck, that's what that is a pause. It's an opportunity to think and to reset and just breathe and change your thinking a little bit before we go again. And we push, and we push on through those growing pains, and a new, stronger, healthier version emerges. Oh, I love that snake story. Morning. Yes, Melanie, totally resonate about dreaming of snakes recently, also related to Kundalini energy. Oh, awesome. Yeah, see, if you dream about snakes, that's about growing, right? Maybe one of the reasons. Morning, Elif. How are you, my darling, my favorite girl too? Can't wait for us to have coffee again soon. Won't it be nice to be in your beautiful boutique and have coffee again? And you can make me that beautiful yellow blazer that you're going to make me out. I'm a military jacket as well. Elif is a designer, beautiful, amazing designer from Brighton. Go check out her website, elifkose.com. Good morning, Facebook user. Don't know who you are because If you just click the link, there's a link, I think it's above, that allows StreamYard to share your profile. How do we control time on Facebook? Yeah, is it Facebook is your drain, is it? Yeah, we're all addicted, aren't we? And we got more time at the moment. Scroll, 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 scroll. It's discipline. It's discipline. Set yourself a target. Set yourself a challenge. I'm going to have 1 hour of social media a day, half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the evening. Try it once. Go again. Do it again tomorrow, and again and again and again. It's a habit. You've got to create a new habit, and it's discipline. You know, think about the reasons why you're doing it. What are the benefits of me being on here scrolling? Is there a benefit? And sometimes there is, right? You're consuming great content. You're listening to amazing speakers. But challenge yourself and ask yourself some questions. Why am I on here? What is the benefit to me right now? Is it benefiting me, or am I benefiting someone else? Ask yourself some questions and challenge yourself. Right. I'm going to go and get myself a coffee, or am I going to go for a walk? I think I might walk and do the Real Life Club this morning. So I hope you like the story about the snake. I think it's very apt at the moment, and certainly for a lot of people that I talk to. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have an amazing Friday. I will be back here on Monday at 8:30 for Mojo Mindset Monday. I don't know what we're calling it now. It used to be Mindset Monday, then it was Mojo Monday, so now it's Mindset Mojo Monday. Oh dear. Right, go and have yourself an amazing Friday. Remember, it's Friday the 5th of February 2021, a non-refundable day. You will not get this day back. Yes, I know there's a pandemic happening out there, but that is less important than what's happening in there. It starts with you. Have yourself an amazing Friday. I'll catch you all soon. Come to Clubhouse, 9 a.m., Real Life Club.